Welcome to Metamorphosis TV, the process of transformation. Without further ado, I'm going to continue to show you. Now, this game, let me be clear. This game got out of hand quickly from a UCLA's defensive perspective. Colorado's O-line could not do anything with this front. Okay? So I'm not here to try and say this, that, or the other. I'm just here to continue in a long line of plays that the officials are not calling. They're not calling. This is the very first drive. Colorado received the opening kickoff. They drive down the field, go into the red zone. This is a 2nd and 10 play. This is 2nd and 10 in the red zone against UCLA. Now, let's look at our first picture. I can't show you it live because of copyright. They'll hit me with a copyright, or at least a claim. Okay, let's look at this. Number 6, UCLA. Now, he didn't grab him off the rip, but as he came to him, he put his hands on it and stayed and kept his hands on him throughout the entire play. And I don't know why or how these officials are not making this call. Let's look at number 1. Look at the hand. Look where his right hand is. Number 6's right hand, because he's trying to turn. The ball is in the air. He's turning to locate the ball. This is one of those quick fade routes into the pylon. The scouting report is clear on Colorado's receivers. They're too fast. You got to get a hand on these guys, man. You don't get a hand on these guys, they're going to run right by you. They're going to run right by you. And I don't know why these officials are not missing this call. They refuse to call this. This is a refuse to call. This is not a missed call. This is a refuse to call because it's been happening every week. It happens every week. I've showed you at least 3 or 4 games that this has happened. And now the players from the opposing teams know this. They know this. They're going to do this every week until they call it. They're going to make these Pac-12 officials call this play, or these guys are going to get more and more physical with Colorado's receivers. Let's look at number 1. Look at number 1. Look where his hand is. Number 6, on Weaver. This is the same. This is the, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you all who've been watching my content, and when it comes to plays like this, this is consistent. You've seen this. Everybody's doing this now. Look at this. Look at this. This is the play from the other side, from the sideline view, because some people say, well, a good official will make this call. A good official. Hell, even a decent official. The guy is holding. How do you not see this? Look at this play from the other sideline view. Same play. Look at the visual. From an official standpoint, you're standing away from this. You have the guy right there on the sideline looking at the play, and then you have the guy in the back of the end zone. He normally stands by the goalpost. Someone on the inside has to see this. If the guy on the sideline can't see through this play, he can't see through. 6 may have his body in front of the sideline official, so someone on the inside has to pick this up. Let's go to number 2. Same. Look at his hands haven't moved. His hand has not moved. Look at it. Let's go to number 3. This is I showed you since the Oregon game because I started paying attention. The only reason why I'm able to show you this is because they showed the replay. That's when I see this. That's when I'm like, oh my God, you all missed it again? Again? You all is this intentional? You can't say that all of these crews or this Klutzo or this Keystone. They can't be. You cannot be missing this every week. Let's go to number 3. Let's look at it. Look. He hadn't let him go. And this is every week. I've shown y'all this. Now let's look at number 4. Still, now he's trying to make a play on the ball. He's using Weaver for leverage to reach up and make this throw, because the scouting report says Shedeur floats the balls in so nicely. If you don't have the right angle to get your hand up at the right time, it'll fall right into the breadbasket of Weaver. That's why he's holding on him to give himself some lift on this play. And how do you not call this? This is advantage, disadvantage. This is basic, fundamental mechanics call on a pass interference. Let's look at from the sideline view. It's blatant. Look at this from the sideline. Now the sideline official should see what's going on now. He should see. You can throw the flag late, doesn't matter. You should see this. But they didn't call it. This should have been. Now, you want to argue this wouldn't have made much of a difference? I'll agree with you on that. However, this should have been 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Pass interference in the end zone. If you're going to call it square, call it square. If y'all want to play square, let's play square. Let's play square. Why are we doing this every week? Why are we doing this every week? Now I'm gonna let you hear the broadcast of Kirk Herbstreit. He's the color analyst for this game. He's gonna say what I've been telling you all in each of these videos. This guy, he said, well, you can see this frame by frame, but live, that's a tough call. No, it's not. Not for a good officiating crew and a good official. You see these plays every week. How many pass interference calls do you think are happening per game?
John Humphrey, Weaver was the intended receiver.
They've been great all year up front. They've been great at linebacker and the safety spots. I think the area they've improved the most is at corner. See that right hand? He gets away with that. Again, frame by frame, it's easy to see, but in real time, that's a tough one to catch. But good job. He's got good length at corner.
Ladies and gentlemen, how many do you think happen per game? So, what I'm trying to get at simply is, if you see enough of these, you know the technique of these players. The scouting, look, just like teams know other teams, so do the officials. The officials are familiar with Colorado. They're familiar with UCLA. They're familiar with their secondary. They're familiar with the wide receivers. They've seen this every week. Maybe not these teams, but this type of talent. And when you have someone overmatched in terms of foot speed, they only have one way to balance the playing field, and that's to put their hands on that receiver. So you have to look for that. You should be looking for this on every play. But again, because these officials and the NCAA, because this is intentional. I can now say this is intentionally being not flagged. This is an agenda. This is an agenda. Until they correct this, this is an agenda to minimize the prime effect. You got a game sold out to watch a 4-3 team in the Rose Bowl. They sold this game out. Again, the prime effect. But you have people that don't appreciate what this man is doing, not only for college football, but for the University of Colorado and everybody they play. You selling out games that you normally probably wouldn't have sold out. Who would have came to this game? Y'all know how them LA fans are. Come on now. Don't get brand new. Y'all know how them fans in LA is. They sometime. They are sometime. Did you see all that blue in the stands? Those were the faithful that came out to watch Colorado. They came out to watch Colorado. UCLA can't even figure out which quarterback they want to stay with. They juggling quarterbacks, but they got a good defense. So I ain't taking nothing away from UCLA. Hell of a game up front. That defensive front was just too tough to deal with. Even when Shadur had time, hell, he didn't have much time. Even when he had time, he ain't have time. If that makes sense. But that's all I have for you right now. God bless you and yours. Have a blessed day. I'm out.